Bring! Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we are jumping back into part 2 of Jesse's story. Now, in this episode, we explore androgyny with Jesse and how he's found his confidence in his self-expression and living his unapologetic truth. We also talk about some of the major lessons that he's learned in his life and how he takes care of himself. So, you don't want to miss it. This is such an inspiring episode. I truly can't wait to share this with you. Buckle your seatbelts because we're gonna get juicy every single week. Let's dive in. Two colorful queens before me. Look at us.
Look at us.
Just
bright colors.
bright color. It's crazy.
She could have coordinated, but we said let's clash.
Yeah, let's fucking
Let's
clash.
clash.
Let's talk about androgyny. From the times that I've met you and seen your Instagram and stuff, you completely embrace femininity, you completely embrace androgyny, but your pronouns are still he, him. So let's talk about that. Let's break that down and what that means to you.
So I feel like since I was like a little kid, I've always been attracted to hair. I love long hair. I want my hair to be down to my ankles every day. Like, give me them extensions, give me them braids, let's switch it out, something new every day. Same with kind of like clothes as well. I want my clothes to be kind of different from everyone else's. I don't like the idea of wearing the same thing everyone else has. And I feel like that's a part of just that's like really wanting to be like my own identity since I was a kid. In the little bit of Hick Town, White Town, everybody around me was more similar. I always wanted to find a way to stand out, and I feel like that's a part of my fashion, part of my hair, and sort of part of my style. And so with being androgynous, I wake up in the morning and say, do I want to do full makeup today? Do I want to do no makeup today? Do I want to put my wig on? Do I not want to put my wig on? Do I want to wear my cornrows? Do I want to do a dress? Do I want to wear sweatpants? Waking up every day and having a little bit of a different persona. Like, let's say that short hair cornrow Jesse had a shitty day yesterday. Well, fuck, throw the wig on and we'll be a bad bitch today. You know? And
throw the wig on and we'll be a bad bitch today. Did you hear that?
As a creative and as someone who finds makeup and hair and clothes an escape, just my time to explore. And I feel like everyone truly can do this if they want to. And so many people say, like, how do you do this? Or how do you feel comfortable like wearing that every day? Or how do you feel comfortable wearing a dress? And it's like, well, who the fuck's gonna say something about it? Or I'll have a conversation if you want to say something about it. Like, clothes are just clothes. As long as you're not hurting anyone, you can do whatever you want. And that's so true. You know, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah,
like,
love that. I completely agree. I think that we should have the freedom to express ourselves in any way that we want, whether that's fashion, makeup, hair, anything, you know? And I think that's super powerful that you have like embraced that and completely ran with it and just like owned it, and not matter what people think. But how did you find that confidence?
I don't want to say myself, but like, I guess myself, it's just like, I feel like it's just so engraved in me that by being me, it can help other people be themselves as well. And it's important because I have often people ask me, like, how do you embrace this so much confidence? Or how do you just choose to throw on that wig every day and like not care what people think or say or see? And it's just like, well, I just don't really think it matters, for one. Two, as long as you're not hurting anybody, then they shouldn't have an issue with it. And if they have an issue with you, that's their problem and that's their confrontation. So you can just do whatever you want to make them as look as dumb as possible in public when they want to say something, because it ain't none of their business in the first place. If you have people in your surroundings that will make you feel uncomfortable about dressing the way that you want to dress, or doing your makeup a certain way, or doing your hair a certain way, it doesn't mean that you need to cut them out of your life, but it's something you need to address of whether you're at the point of your life of whether you want to have that conversation with them and say, this is me, this is who I am, this is what I want to do, and that's that. Because I think it's so important for everybody to find a space and find a living situation where they can be as confident as I am, where you don't question, not why you don't question and why I'm so confident, but where you understand because you feel as confident as I do, because you shouldn't have anything to worry about because I don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah. I know, I completely agree. I think it's amazing that you have found that confidence in yourself and you just like embrace it every day and like don't really care what people think. But have you had to have any uncomfortable conversations with people? What you have said to someone in the past, I usually shut them down.
I definitely do get the question about like being trans a lot. I've had friends say that someone else with them has like asked if I am, and it's just like, no, I'm not. And it's just a part of me being androgynous is like, I'm happy being a boy. I'm happy to have the body parts that I have. I'm comfortable in the body that I'm in. I'm just going to express it in the ways that I can because I can identify as he, him. I don't plan on changing that anytime soon. I don't think that I'm conflicted about that. And I'm happy about who I am.
Okay, I love that. Let's hit the question round. Through everything you've been through in your life, reflecting on everything, what is one of the biggest lessons that you've learned?
I would say patience. Patience. As well as honesty is so important. Honesty will build you the truest connections to real people around you so you can have the best family, whether it is relatives or the friends that you consider family. And being honest with them and being as open as possible with them will create the best relationship possible with them. Patience, because just due to the battles and trials and stuff that I've been through, I would feel that patience of learning how to navigate those, taking things step by step, knowing that even though you're making a move or you're changing something in your life, things aren't going to just tumble as fast as you think. Sometimes bad things will happen one after the next, and it just kind of seems to happen like that. But it feels like it's happening like that when you focus on the negatives. When I started focusing on the positives with patience, it's totally key.
No, I love that. I think that we don't hear that enough in this day and age too. It's just patience. No one really talks about it, and we live in a world where everything is so quick and so fast to achieve or to do. It can create a lot of mental health when you focus on the outcome instead of the journey, I guess. So I think patience is key. For sure. I'm learning that with this fucking channel. I'm like, every single day it's just like, okay, it's just, every day is just work in progress.
Definitely.
And it's temporary what I'm going through now, but I'm building so much skill, and if I have patience, it'll be fine.
For sure. Day after day, one day after the next, we're all growing.
Exactly. What is something that you would say to your younger self?
Really just to understand patience. It took me until I would feel like now I'm just really grasping it. And as a kid, I was just so anxious. I wanted to grow up fast. I wanted to have money fast. I wanted to be dating fast. I wanted to fall in love. I still want to fall in love. As well as just be true to myself. I feel like when I was young, I had a little bit of confliction of being true to myself, but I definitely luckily found my path fast and just knew that I needed to be on my path doing my thing, and where I am now with patience and staying in my lane doing my things of whatever I want to do as long as I'm not hurting anyone. That has taken me to where I want to be and landed me here with this wonderful gentleman.
Woo!
So if I keep my little young self on track, just being a kind human being that I wanted to be, and I believe that that will prosper to take you to where you want to be in the future.
100%. So if you're not taking notes and you didn't get the double whammy patience moment there, then take some notes. But I completely agree with you. I think that there's one thing that you keep saying over and over again is if you're living unapologetically and you're not hurting anybody and you're bringing a lot of positivity into people's lives, then be happy with that and be content with that and know that you're on the right path. That you're not hurting anybody.
People will attach to that way more than you think and will find a lot of confidence in that for themselves. There's no reason that anyone can't feel as confident as I do, and I don't want to think that I'm on this like high horse of being any better than anyone else. I don't have a higher ego than anyone else. I just truly believe that doing me and just being whatever I want to be is fine, and I'm to cause no problems. So I'm gonna do me.
Who cares if people think you're on a high horse or not? You know what? The confidence is there, and like if anybody thinks that of you, they're probably just jealous of the confidence that you have.
And people will be once you learn to harness it. But something that I've learned and like don't like have to worry about anymore is like letting other things that I hear about me or things that people say to me affect me, because I know who I am. When you know who you are, you don't have to worry about anything that anyone says. And when you're honest to the people around you and you're honest about who you are and the type of person you are to the people around you, they're not going to hear or even listen to any BS that people tell them, because they're going to be like, that's not the person that so-and-so is. And that's a super important trait to harness in your friendships and the people 100%. Around you, so that they have your back when you need them to, or looking for them,
Yeah, I completely agree. Love that. When you're going through hard times in your life, how do you take care of your mental health?
My mental health, I would say definitely taking time for myself. I record sort of like daily videos almost every day. At least I try to the best I can when I don't forget. Just to like say what happened that day, how I'm feeling at the end of the day, and whether I really reflect on it more than that. It like, to myself, doesn't really matter, but I think it's important that I say it out loud so that I like can like reflect on like how maybe I made someone feel today. If I made someone feel poorly or felt better, that like I can say that back to myself and remember and say, hey, like I did do this today, helped make someone feel better, and did what I could to be a better human being on this earth. And just like knowing that like day by day you're making good steps for yourself and good steps for other people on this planet. For myself, it's been a really, really wonderful way to track goals.
I love that. I think that it's it's almost in a sense like you're manifesting and you're saying your gratitude list to your phone, like of your day, but you say it in the morning and at night, and you're using technology because every like self-help book or stuff always says write it down at night, write it down, and people are just like, I don't want to fucking write at night, I want to go to bed.
Yeah, exactly.
But we're always on our phones, so it's such a good way of like filming yourself, and then you can actually look back and be like, okay, September 17th, this is what I did, you know?
Like even really cool. Like if I'm crying, like, you know, pull out the phone, what's going on? Like, why am I feeling this way? How can I resolve this? What happened? You know? Like take the steps to correct, fix, and just make things right for yourself.
Cool. I love that. I'm gonna try that.
Being aware with my mental health is just like the most important thing that I can do for myself, is being self-reflective on how I'm feeling and just be open with myself and everything else around me.
Yeah, I completely agree. I love that. I think that's so powerful. I'm gonna try that. Thanks for inspiring me. Yeah. What is your favorite quote?
I'm gonna have to go with the quote by RuPaul. He says in every episode of Drag Race, as if you can't love yourself, how the hell you gonna love anybody else? And that is,
I got an amen?
It is so true. So like I have gone through trials of like really honestly like hating myself and not loving the skin that I was in or the body that I was in. And like, how do I bring myself to understand myself, understand what I'm into, what I want for myself, to be grounded, and that way I can be loved by the people around me. Experiencing things, experimenting things, diving into things, adventuring, that's how you're going to figure out yourself. And that's how you're going to be the truest and most authentic self of you. That way the people around you can love you for your most authentic self. And every part and every little part that you can find to be true to yourself is the most important thing you can do, I would say.
And finding that love for yourself is so powerful, you know, because we all get into relationships where we all seek love from other people, but if we don't have that internal love for ourselves, there's no way that people are going to treat us with the same respect as they're going to treat us the way that we see ourselves. And if we don't love ourselves, then we're not going to find that connection.
A million %. You're just building a pyramid has a bunch of loose bricks, you know?
It's a shaky pyramid.
Shaky pyramid?
No, I love that. You know what? It's an iconic quote, and I'm glad you brought it up because we all need to love ourselves a little bit more.
Right?
And what do you think are the next steps for inclusion of the LGBTQ plus community?
Ooh, I love that question. And I would honestly say, I think that more just in general in the workplace for everywhere and everything, I want the ability to like just be more queer in public, to just be more confident and be more accepted. You know, I think that in every way that we can like show that we've persevere to the point where we should be able to feel that way, should be as expressed as much as possible, because we've been through so many trials and tribulations to be able to be who we are today, where we are very thankful to thank our elders and the other people before us that have given us the rights and the things that we have now by fighting, by protesting, by using their voices, by using their bodies and using their lives at times to be able to have what we have. That just being able to show who we are to our most authentic selves all the time is just 100% so important. So in inclusivity of all countries and all nations and all people, all boys, all girls, all of however you choose to identify in the LGBTQ plus community is super, super important to me, that we have more visibility everywhere.
I don't need to say anything to that. No, you're absolutely right. Those are our next steps. It's absolutely true.
Love is so powerful. So powerful. And you can't really stop love.
Nope. No, it's one thing that we all everybody in life craves or desires the most, you know?
Absolutely.
So we should just choose to love each other and accept each other for who we are, you know?
100%.
Am I bothering you? No. So why don't you like me?
Right?
I need your love. I'm needy.
So yeah, it's a big world, and there's a lot of beautiful people out there. So I think it's important to make as many connections as you can. Just be open and honest in every connection, and just see where it can go. And if it doesn't blossom in the direction that it's looking to go, then let it go, and that's okay.
Great. Love that. Great. Is there one last thing you want to say to anybody that's watching?
Definitely, and that is thank you. Thank you for watching this video, whether it's to expand your knowledge about someone else that you know around you, or for yourself, or just to get experience. And that is so important. If it is opening up ideas for yourself, if it's opening up ideas about someone around you, to just be more accepting is so important. When we can all grow as people and share our experiences, to share ideas that we have and different things with different creatives is so important. Because spreading love is what's going to bring everyone together, to stop wars, to stop fighting. And if people are learning and reading and watching and doing whatever they can do to embrace love and acceptance, then I am all here for it. So I say thank you for watching and expanding your knowledge if I have brought anything to the table for you. And yeah.
I love that! Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on here. I really appreciate you. I want you to know that you inspire me every single day when I watch your Instagram, so follow him on Instagram. All the links are gonna be below, but like, you actually inspire me on your Instagram to just like embrace whatever fashion I want to wear, or like if I want to style my hair in a certain way. Like, there's so much you inspire me to do that I want to let you know that.
I told Finley, I said, be ready. I'm gonna come with 2 outfits today.
Yeah, I was ready. I was like, are we gonna do an outfit change?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh, it was my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
And that's it. Ciao for now.
Toodles.
First of all, I just want to say a massive thank you to Jesse for coming on here and sharing his story. And thank you guys for tuning in again every single week with us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a beautiful comment. Be open, be empathetic, and live in curiosity. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you, Jesse, again. I really appreciate you. And I'll catch you guys next week for a brand new story. All right, ciao for now.